Hi, today I'm going to show you how to draw eyes. Alright, eyes, people usually do the thing where they start with the football. You know, that whole riffraff. Well, whatever works for you. How I draw my eyes, I start out with a nice light HB pencil. And I start with this little arch. Keep in mind, today I'm having a lot of difficulties drawing. Well, I start with this little football, and then I kind of draw a line through it. Usually you want to use a ruler, but I have a handful. I draw one right through the middle, so I got a little target going. And then I start to kind of give an outline of where the lid is going to be. And I kind of see, the thing is, when you're doing the iris, the top part of the eye is going to be covered by the lid. Don't draw it and go like this, because then it's going to look like they're staring. So you want this part, and the part where the lid is right here is going to be darker than this part right here. You're going to make the pupil nice and big, and just draw only part of it, just to start. So it's like this. And now kind of carefully erase away your lines. Without fully erasing your work. Okay, now that we got that, just darken things a bit. Start kind of an eyebrow. Now when you do eyebrows, you want to do each hair separate and individual, or it's just going to look really fake. So just kind of start a little eyebrow there, little lashes. Alright, now I'm going to go up to 2B. I'm going to just darken this part and just make a little more realistic shape of an eye. Make it a bit smaller. Usually you want to start with your eye being a bit big, so because it kind of gets smaller as you erase away things and add more details. Now when you're looking at an eye, it's going to be, so part of it, not the whole pupil is not going to be dark, but there's going to be a part where it's lit up, like that. So this part, wherever the light usually faces, will be dark. You just want to take your eraser and just kind of do this. And then I'm going to go back down to F. And you just want to start individually making these little lines that will be the iris. Or that little colorful part. I don't know what that's called. I'm out of school. So just kind of make these little individual lines. Usually on the outside it'll be lighter than on the inside. And what I start to do after I kind of got the basics is I start to kind of individualize how it will be making lines. And I'm going to go back up to a 4B now, and I'm going to do the pupil. No, I'm not going to do 4B. I'm going to start with charcoal. Charcoal pencils are amazing. And darken up where the pupil is. Should make this straighter for you. I'm not really paying attention to where the camera's going. And the outside of it will be a bit darker. That's just how I want my eye to be. Start some more lashes, and now the bottom. And now when you're done with that kind of basic thing, give a little more eyebrow there. You want to erase these lines. You could have erased them before, but I just kind of forgot about them. When you brush away your eraser marks, I've always made the mistake of using my hand. You should use a brush, especially when you're involving charcoal. You're going to smear. Okay, now the eye has to be connected into the head somehow, so it's going to give like a little crease right here. And I shouldn't use charcoal for that. I'm going to go for an HB. And when you do the shadow underneath the eye, you want to go with an under kind of feel. If you do it too dark, it'll look like the person hasn't slept in a few days, and you don't want that. Unless that's what you do want. Use a stub to kind of shade that. That's a little too much. It's hard for me to do this when I'm not actually putting it into a picture. You do the underneath of the eyelid. This part right here will be connected to the nose, so it'll get really dark from right here. Not too dark, but, you know, darker than the rest of the eye area. Shade that. I use my finger for this part. See, what I found with details in faces is I find when you make solid marks, I've seen people who don't do very solid marks, so it doesn't look very thorough. And it looks kind of light and a bit undetailed. Make sure the pupil's nice and round. You don't want a square pupil. Okay. Individually, my hand is starting to shake. I really have to get myself like little iPod thing that I can set it up on. Start doing some individual eyelashes. Those are horrible eyelashes, but bear with me. Make this part just a little bit darker. And just kind of do this step by step. Let my hand rest a little bit so it doesn't shake as much. And sometimes I take the stub and, you know, just kind of give it like a light circle around. Yeah, my bird is clicking at me. Sorry, it's shaking so much. See, he's laughing at me. Are you laughing at me? How dare you laugh at me? Okay. And give the part just underneath the eyelid nice and dark. You want that to usually be dark, I guess. It's just lighting and such. See, I'm once again not paying attention where the camera's going. Stop laughing at me! And like right around here is where the nose will start. You know, and the mouth will be down there. You got my drift. Kind of give a bit more of a shade here. Do this on the underhand. And that right there is how to draw an eye. So, you know, just practice and practice. And it won't take long. Yep.